All right. Welcome back. Alright, everybody who stopped by, thank you. Thanks for showing up. Let's see. Last time I left off. Yeah, found out I couldn't procrastinate as much as I did. So I'm gonna try to hurry things up with everything I wanted to do so I can properly stop Armag from claiming whatever power was in the tomb. I also gotta find the tomb. Just need to figure out everything I need to do in order to make that happen. Alright. Let's see. See what I have to do. First thing to worry about, I need a high perception check. So, gotta find out who's the best choice. Yukunda's got a 17. J-Fall has a 26. Only other wisdom-based character I have is Harem. 19. Alright, so I need to increase J-Fall's perception. Thanks to a lot of events, I have more than enough money though, so I can buy something that should help with that. Let's see. Rings. Eyes of the Eagle, a +5 perception. Bonus on perception checks. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see. Anything else? Nope, no gloves. Yeah, these belts will do it. These rings don't help either. Alright. Let's grab her. Ring of Evasion. It doesn't really matter who I gave this to. Let's see. Take the damn ring. Alright, here's the headpiece. Oh, I never gave her a belt. Whoops. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's see, should I give her this? No. I'll let Lindsay have this. And I'll sell this chain shirt over it. Alright. There.
In due time.
Wait. Back to the Sweet Thief. There's no other task for them. We better stay away from the capital for a while. We didn't do anything wrong. So you must think we're a gang of useless loons. I understand why you think that. Please don't send us away. It's a chance to prove ourselves. Show you. Okay.
I'm there. I do what I must.
I was pretty sure there was supposed to be an event that triggered from the Sweet Thief one last time. Oh well. Alright.
I'm off.
The party this time around will consist of... Oh. Right, let me give Akundeo that quiver. Alright. A limitless supply of lawful cold iron arrows with a +2 bonus against attacking damage and... Alright, cool. When was this last? A minute per level. Okay. Alright. Let's see. With the current equipment on, J-Fall should be able to help us spot the tomb no problem now. Here's hoping anyway. Alright. Get out Octavia, get out Magongar, get out Harem. We're gonna use Elite. J-Fall and Ikundeo. Alright. First things first, let's go save Canera's mortal, like eternal soul. Avoid random fights. Then we're gonna travel to Candlemere Lake, or the tower. Deal with that. And since we've already dealt with this in the last playthrough, I'm gonna like try to gloss over and take care of everything pretty quickly. Majority of the stream yesterday was like took place by reading everything. Since I'm gonna try to rush through it this time around, should be fine. Alright. Let's see. Neutral option. We're not gonna kill either. Let's see here.
My skills are absolute.
Let's hope there's some truth to that. See, you use this.
I am ready. Taste my fury.
See. I don't really have anything special for her to do. Summon undead, I guess.
Unworthy.
How long does this last? A minute. Yeah, animate dead. How long does it take? Standard action. Okay.
I'm open to your orders.
Guess that.
Get
make an epic pose. I need inspiration.
They're doing what they can. Let's see, what can she do? Shout? No. I'll have her move up so everybody's affected by her. Sorry for damage, so.
Wretched things.
I get you dead. This will hurt.
Everyone's alive? Yep. Great. That's a good response.
Just
And
letting the ink
they're all
dry.
said and done.
What's taking so long? Request.
All right. And again. Nope, that's it.
In due time.
State your desire. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
And return back. In hindsight, since I know I'm going to be up against soon, I should really like get some items to prepare for that.
Follow if you dare.
Use the services of a cleric. Alright, here we go. Here we are. Restoration scrolls. And greater restoration. You get like 3 of these. That should be enough to carry me through. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Alright.
I'm there.
Let's see. Alright, let's go. Alright. Now onto Candlemere.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Okay. Use rations. We go for stealth. Cheaper. Right. Pancakes.
I heard you singing as we walked. So beautiful. Why don't you sing for us now?
My singing is not like yours, sweet Lindsay. I sing for myself, as travelers sing in the desert during a long journey on a camel's back, with my face covered by 3 layers of cloth to hold back the sandy wind.
I do what I must.
Alright.
Ask.
Let's get the usual buffs out the way. No, not that. I don't think there's any AoE. Oh no, there is. Resist Sonic.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Is there anything else?
Keep
Oh yeah.
your eyes open.
What troubles you?
Wait, this doesn't help Vicundia, does it? Yeah, no. This will help. I guess Clique. Yeah. Infection. Infection. Yeah. Just give it on. That's kinda it. She had no problem killing anything we come across now.
I'm leaving you out of our story.
Strike wasted.
Despicable.
Let's make this quick.
All right. Search Risma's body.
It's time to act!
And then the haste spell.
Let's finish them quick.
And then deal with all the creatures that spawn. You know what? Treefall, summon undead.
Cannot hide from me.
All right.
Cool off.
I'm off!
Nowhere to run. Let yourself exposed.
Advance!
Taste my fury.
Move that out the way. Head off to the Temple of the Elk. Alright. Doing the quest in the temple is gonna make me automatically land back in the verdant chambers. Oh, hey Atrocious. I'm just backtracking all that stuff so I don't have to worry about failing the whole Armag quest thing again.
by those around me. But after I died, for some reason, they became particularly unbearable.
Alright. Honestly, getting through the stuff second time around is a lot easier when I don't, stop to actually, what's it called? Read everything over. And no, I don't really feel like reading the same thing twice over. To that end, I don't think me like going through a replay would be like, it would be more for me than it would be for like a good stream content. Cause like I would just stop and read anything that would be different. Let's see, let's go scare off the drunkards. Eisen. Yeah. What talking about? Right. Voice. Okay, I persuade you. Voice. No, I didn't. I completely forgot about this part of the quest anyway, like of everything I was gonna redo to begin with. The only thing I really didn't want to screw up in was redoing the stopping Armag and finding his tomb. So to that end, I'm just gonna do that the same. Now I'm gonna go over find and rescue Tristan. And let's see what else. After I save Tristan, I guess I'm just gonna go. Yeah, there's an event that I can do in the kingdom that involves using the ancient library that's found here. That's found in the First World portal. Yeah, to help me with finding Armag's tomb. So I'm just gonna do that. And hopefully that's enough. Of course, even then, earlier I wasted a lot of time trying to do a lot of the ranking up several parts of the kingdom, which took up over like 1 or 2 months.
You cannot stand against me.
Oh, this is new. Pilgrim Trader. See a tall woman dressed in simple but rugged traveling clothes. Greetings, Your Grace. I am 'Ilga, leader of these pilgrims in honor of Aristal. I meet with travelers and deal in the goods our small community creates. How can I be of service? How is the temple restoration progressing? Not quickly, Your Grace. Temples like this take dozens of years to build, and I fear a full restoration won't be much faster. But we're happy to be able to touch the holy shrine and do our part to ensure its future greatness. Alright, cool. Alright, sell all this extra stuff. Energy source. No one in my party has the ability to channel energy right now. I think I already gave Tristian that. Don't need this. Don't need a +2 quarterstaff. Blessed weapon. What does this do? And that's not going to help me much. Alright. So all this and let's move on. Yeah. Don't think there's anything new. Let's move on. Right. Before we do anything else, cast some buff spells.
Share your will.
I will protect.
And I think that's it.
I wrote it like I saw it.
I don't think there's any other buffs I really need to cast, but just in case. Mass Feather Step.
You have my attention.
Yeah, that's it. We'll move on. The only difference now is I'm just going to start bringing J-Fall with me inherently because I know her perception is going to be the best chance I have to find Armag's tomb. So I might as well get used to having her in a party anyway. Let's see. There's Arcana.
Anything else?
Look ahead.
Request.
Huh? Oh, right. Magic has a chance of failing.
Applause, please.
Stop. Look.
Applause, please.
How curious.
Anything else?
Before I forget.
I'm there.
Ask.
I grant you death.
Training pays off.
Alright. Alright. The only thing that had was the notes. I already read those.
Applause, please.
Pretty sure one of these is a mimic.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
Oh no, three of these were mimics.
Unworthy.
Let's see. Leave.
Victory is inevitable.
Alright. Bunnies. Oh, right. This actually was the part of the dungeon that actually led through the rest of this area. I want to check the rest. I still want to get all the extra stuff that's in. Yeah, in the abandoned keep.
Look ahead.
Wretched thing.
Right. I actually have
You should have run!
Oh, right. I don't know why I bothered to have Lindsay cast a spell in here.
Onwards! My training pays off.
Applause, please.
I do what I must.
How curious.
Anything else?
State your desire. Magritium Turinos.
Wait. Alright, so one more should do it. Alright.
Magritium Turinos. share your will. Magritium Turinos.
I'm there.
Good enough. I forgot which of these paths actually led to the rest of the dungeon. I just did this well, no, 2 days ago.
Applause, please.
In due time.
How curious.
Applause, please.
The only thing worth noting is...
What a surprise.
oh yeah, there's that primal shambling mound.
Anything else?
But that shouldn't be a problem with J-Fall here.
This is
Scared?
going to
You should be. How curious. You never had a chance. Ah!
I thought her scythe already did necrotic damage. Oh well. Vampiric touch.
Inevitable.
Wait, Vampiric touch didn't do it? Okay, I guess it does have to be inflict wounds. I'm guessing the spell fizzled. Okay. There we go.
Applause, please. Applause, please.
All right.
What a surprise.
Anything else?
How curious.
Applause, please.
What I must.
For attention.
Follow if you dare.
Applause, please.
Oh, right. Alright. Let's see. So then we just go up this way. Find the one defaced sister that decided to go turncoat. And yeah. Oh wait, no, that's right. There's all that the ancient library and such. Not quite done yet.
Look ahead.
How curious.
Anything else?
What a surprise.
Alright.
Applause, please.
How curious.
Applause, please. Anything else?
Perception.
An expected result.
The odd-shaped stones are petrified rats, shattered into pieces by someone or something.
In due time.
Submit.
Serves you
Yeah.
right.
Okay, the dog's going crazy.
Strike for the legend.
Alright.
No test of my abilities.
Alright. Alright. So far, so good.
I'm there.
What a surprise.
Let's see. Again, I already read all these. Message for guard captain.
You should take a look.
Oh yeah, the robes of the true master.
How curious.
Yeah,
And
let's see.
Lindsay was called for.
Here's your AoE heal.
This will be quick.
Alright.
What a surprise.
I'm good.
for anything else. Drink the rest of these potions of healing. Just to lighten the load on what I'm carrying. Alright.
I'm off.
Alright. Here we go. Arcana check. Into the mobility check. And the fortitude check. Alright, sweet.
I'll take care of it. I do what I must.
Here she is. Alright.
How curious.
Oh, no. Here she isn't.
You're but a footnote in our
Don't
story.
hold back.
Lindsay, run away. Everybody else, move up.
True.
You deserved it. I'm writing
Of
you out
course.
of our story.
Good job, Doc. So what is the trap? Oh, just acid. Falling stars. Torn children's book.
I'm there.
Stop. Look.
Okay.
Applause, please.
Despicable. We will prevail.
Where's the legend?
What is this? Secrets in Numeria. Oh yeah, I remember. Right here is a religion check that's like a ridiculous 40 something to pass.
Anything else?
And we got a helmet. Is this even possible? Let's see. J-Fall, what's your religion? 20. So if I save here. Sorry, you got Good Hope spell. So this has got a +2 morale bonus.
Just letting the ink dry.
Let's see, have Lindsay give another +4 bonus. Alright.
Your wish granted.
A crude altar to Gorum has been... Come on. Crude altar to Gorum has been erected on the remains of Torak's temple. Whatever good it is for me to have passed that. Whatever.
Look ahead.
Applause, please.
In due time.
I'm gonna save here. And then just go on through.
Adventures call to them.
Then time for it. Use detect magic. I need answers. Question. Serve. Let's see. What is your curse? Shall I wait for you? Achieve. Thank you for answering my questions. I have to go. You don't have to sacrifice your life. Send you. With her. Chaotic good. Try to use it on yourself then. Alright.
Sister, protect me!
Whoops. Well, she can just, like, chug a bunch of potions and be fine, so, meh. The only one who's kind of screwed is J-Fall. And even then, I found out Lindsay's AoE new area of effect healing spell actually heals her. Just because, I guess. Alright. Oh. Right, this was the 42. The undead forms of healing like Lindsay's song still work. Oh! Alright. Now that I have the issue. Right. Was I even able to open this door last time? Wait, I think J-Fall also has trickery. Nope. Nope. What about Kalik? Or Canera?
Please, do tell.
Do you have trickery? Nope. Alright, then I'm gonna have to... Right. Load. I think yeah, passed it with buffs. Yeah. Yeah, here's where I finally found out that Cat's Grace doesn't help Lindsay for anything because she already has a belt. That's right. Gotta cast a ton of buffs just so I can have an attempt of success. Alright. Well, since she already has that buff on going right now. Blend Hope already helps. Bless, I believe, helps. No, it doesn't. She doesn't have any other buffs that help. Right? She's got 33 against a 42, so she needs to get... Good Hope helped. Yeah. Trying to remember what... She's got 33 buffs. So yeah, this is definitely possible.
Applause, please.
What the hell was in here? A mimic?
Just letting the ink dry.
Might as well switch to the buff spell.
How curious.
A trap.
Anything else? Applause, please.
Oh yeah, the unicorn horn. Whatever good that does. Waves of exhaustion. Well of the Banshee and Horde wilting. Well, where was this? I can already tell I could have used this against the shambling mound just from the wording.
In due time.
I really hate when a game will throw a problem at you and then hand you the solution, like an easy solution after you finally went through it. Like, hey, there's this enemy that's weak to fire, and then after you beat him, you find a weapon that's really good against fire enemy, or enemies weak to fire. Oh well.
What troubles you?
Let's see. Again, speed through this. 2, 5, 6. Have to go. Don't kill yourself. And yeah, good. Okay. Oh wait, no. There's a finger of death.
Request.
So, just open it. J-Fall, you get
What
it.
a surprise.
I don't care. J-Fall, open it. Okay, fine.
Anything is possible.
Lindsay, disarm the trap. Inspire yourself, and then try to disarm the trap. Alright.
I do what I must.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Let's see here. Alright, you know what? No. Lindsay, don't use your ability. Just because I still have to get food. Like, I can't just keep hoarding all these potions. I mean, I could, but it's starting to weigh me down. Right. All right. There we go. The buffs all ran out, or at least most of them did. J-Fall, use Communa. Slay poison. Alright. What else? There's this Sonic. And then resist fire.
I am ready.
Switch. Whatever.
Adventures call to them.
Let's do a recasting of a few buffs for her sake. That's that. I think that's it.
And Lindsay was called.
Summon the wyvern, since I know the boss fight's coming.
Serves you right.
All right.
Unworthy.
Let's see. Oh.
This will hurt.
Protect me.
Dog, get out of the damn wyvern's way. Dog, just because you get out the way doesn't mean you don't help.
You out of our
That was a mess. Alright.
What troubles you?
What doesn't?
I can help.
Well, so much for Canera.
Anything is possible.
Share your will.
Heal yourself up. Alright, that should do.
I'm off.
Examine. Say the word. Alright, what else we got? Here. Training dummies.
I'm there.
Look ahead.
Anything else?
Alright. Let's go save Tristan.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Let's see. Use inspire greatness.
How curious.
Depend on me.
It's final. No. Cast this first.
Just letting the ink dry.
Right.
Be on guard.
Divine strike. And since hey, look.
Applause, please.
Alright. That should be everything.
Stop. Look.
Okay. Is there any other buff I should
Adventures call
cast?
to that.
I'm trying to think.
I will protect.
Oh yeah.
It's time to act.
Give everybody haste.
Applause, please.
Good job.
In due time.
It was you. You robbed my sister of hope. You prolonged her suffering and our suffering as well. For that, you'll die.
Right.
The wounded Skylark hurried to his mistress to tell about his failure in person. This sanctimonious fool proved incapable of carrying out a simple order because of you. Now our mistress wants to search for what the Oculus was meant to show her, and I remained behind to rid my lady of those who have outlasted their usefulness. An emissary from the first world, a servant to the power that came to these swamps against her will. My duty is a heavy one, but I bear it without faltering. I shall not bow, not before destiny, not before my enemies, and not before creatures such as you. She's the queen of this horizon and horizons unseen. She's the mistress of dreams and the embodiment of all mortal desires. She is wrath, and she will crush these lands to dust. I serve Nyrissa, mortal.
For good came for Tristan.
I won't do that. Besides, why would you need someone who lied to you every step of the way, concealing his true goals and his true self? Look at him. Did you know he was once one of my kind, a creature from the outer planes? Now all that remains of the sacred servant of Saren Ray is a husk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I should. Like you heard say. Let's see.
Save your breath. This she left, you see.
Yep.
These my
Yep.
elder
Yep.
sisters.
Alright, let's go.
And all it took to control you, upstart Baron, was a
No,
lure.
Make this quick.
Alright, let's get this over with.
You deserved it.
Oh, use inspired courage.
I grant you dead. No strike wasted.
I see your light.
Yeah, we're getting our asses beat pretty bad in here.
Left yourself exposed.
Actually, never mind. The gaze abilities seem useful. I wonder how I could get them. Oh wait, does anyone actually get these gaze abilities in Wrath of the Righteous? Like the Shaman or the Witch? It's obviously a Fey ability. For crying out loud. Die already.
Let me tell you something before you decide my fate. Nyrissa
Right.
is gone.
But yeah, as you said, we're supposed to try to speed through this already.
I am a Deva. She
Yep.
took from Nyrissa threat.
And I was very wrong about you, Tristian. I just can't decide whether I should begin to respect you as a mighty creature from other spheres, or despise you thrice as hard because you managed to lose even this divine power of yours.
Just see me. Nice. Alright.
A nymph. I ran before I could flee. Nyrissa
Moving on.
discovered an ancient power awakening beneath
Wrath
the
of
doors
the
of
Righteous.
Lebanon.
I know the Hell
She knew
Knight
Mordecai, and she also
Sigurd
knew
gets
of the
few
Oculus.
gazes.
What she did not know
Much more.
the defaced sisters. had
Even
been
if you
very
get one,
barbarian
these
servants
gaze
who
abilities
were
seem
dispatched
pretty
to search for the
badass.
cave's entrance.
I just wish I wasn't on the receiving end of them.
And you
That's
would
the only
have acquired
problem
the
I have.
Oculus if it were not
I
for
don't know even how the gazes work. If I had to guess, they seem like... Okay, let's see. And this is just me guessing, by the way, so you can let me know if I'm wrong, but... There's a spell I liked using with Tristian called Archon's Aura, where anyone who gets too close to him just has to make a save, and if they fail to save, they suffer debuffs. I'm assuming the gaze abilities would work something like that.
why she wants it.
Any enemies that get close to you while you're trying to use your gaze ability just has to make a
I
save
begin to admire this nymph.
or suffer something.
This was Nyrissa's.
Let's see. Moving on.
What Nyrissa did was deplorable. But I am not blameless. Partly. But Nyrissa ordered me only to lure you to the trap.
I have made my mind what to do with you.
Only you can decide, but I'd never be able to trust a traitor. Never.
Truth. Well, anyway, you're forgiven, Tristan.
Thank you. I'll leave you and head for the city. A walk will help me to figure out how I can make amends for everything.
Alright. Alright, what do we got here? Gloves. What were these again? Gloves of elven kind. From right. +5 Arcana and Concentration. Give them to Lindsay. Give the Paragon of Defenders to Valerie. Alright. That should be everything.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
In a minute.
What troubles you?
Alright.
I'm open to your orders.
Can you make an epic pose? I need
Yeah.
inspiration.
Cannot hide from me.
You should have run!
Oh, no, I can do an attack from there.
Protect me, please.
She can't even move.
A miserable last chapter.
You can't even afford to revive her because. Oh, come on! God damn it! God damn it. I should have saved after I saved Tristan. I forgot about that one last fight there. And worse, I didn't think everybody would just block the... I forgot about the fact that everyone blocks the damn doorway. Seems like the assiduous gaze ability the Hell Knight Signifer gets is more utility than combat oriented. Well, Baleful Gaze seems like it just starts dropping stats, so I don't think you're supposed to get anything too powerful as a gaze ability early game. But do you get any decent combat gazes later, or is it just like
What troubles you?
one gaze ability that just gets progressively stronger and that's it?
Request.
Doesn't seem like it. Damn.
Depend on me.
It's time to act!
Tashani Sabitur.
If I had the wyvern. Oh well.
We should move.
Let's see here.
My skills are absolute.
We have good hope for another 10 minutes. Resist sonic, resist fire.
What's taking so long?
Wait, I think I did. No. Be able to switch. Alright, so what do I have? Right. What's that? What's that? What's that? Alright.
Share your will.
What's all the spells she has? Serious wounds. Oh wait. Yeah, they already have poison. Alright, so she can cast Hold Monster. I guess I can use that. Dismissal. Yeah, screw it.
I'm there.
It was you. The wounded and emissary from the... She's the... I serve Nyrist. I won't do that. Besides, why would you need someone who lied to you? Save your breath. She left, you see. My eldest... And all it took to control you, upstart Baron, was a lure. The promise of your own lands to...
Alright, let's get this over with.
This will hurt!
Alright, Lindsay cast spell. This buffs my ability to attack too, right? +2 walls. Yeah. Right. Condale.
Good, you dead.
I'm gonna attack that one. Except for a Kundeo. Go after this little red cat.
I see your light.
Go after this red cap here. And now finally focus on it. Let's see. How do these judgment abilities work again? I think one of them heals, right? Judgment. Increase attacks. Judgment healing. Here we go. 1 point for every 3 Inquisitor levels. That's kind of weak. That dragon. This wyvern makes this fight all worthwhile. I could tell it to move, but I'm just gonna sit there and enjoy it. It's like a little loading screen inside the game. Fast healing is never great. It's nice. It's still nice to have. Spin the win. Yup. It's the key strat to victory. Hold on, let's give a buff that will cause a swirl effect around it too. This class never uses it. Guess not. Oh well. Alright. Now I can spin twice as fast. Ah.
Let me tell you something before you decide my fate. Nerissa is gone. She cannot keep me safe.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
I'm tired of lies and just, but that's the Deva. She took from me my Nerissa threatened.
And I was very wrong about you.
But then I ran before I could flee. Nerissa, the defaced sisters. I don't know why she wants it. What I don't
I begin to admire this nymph.
This was what Nerissa did was deplorable, partly, but Nerissa ordered me only to lure you to the
Alright.
Only you can decide.
Yeah, I forgive him.
Thank you.
Alright. Alright. Let's re-flip. And this time we're gonna save after that fight with the epic spin to win strats. Oh god. Yep. It's a good thing there wasn't really much of a fight left at that point, otherwise I probably would be really pissed off.
Their life ends here!
Alright, much better.
Adventures call to them.
Only one use left of... Oh. Alright.
You have my attention.
Heal yourself. And heal yourself a little more.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Yes. 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 Yes.
she doesn't have the 4th level version. Did I give it to her? Yeah. No need to cast it now. Alright. Alright. Take the recipe. Save. Alright.
I'm off.
What a surprise.
If I remember right, this is that level drain trap from earlier.
Anything else?
I'm there.
How curious.
Applause, please.
What a surprise.
Applause, please.
In due time.
And right now we're in the Verdant Chambers. Alright.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Let us strike as one!
Test of my abilities. Let's finish that
Serves
quick.
you right. Out of our story.
If you dare. This will be quick.
Alright. Pull that out the way. Let's hurry back over into the capital. Reassign Tristian as the counselor. Alright. We're back on track.
Time to set for the spot to rest.
Sure.
Can you butt people with your horns?
I certainly can, and I'm prepared to demonstrate with the help of a curious little bard.
That's a lot of level. That's a lot of stats trained. And I already found out that long resting doesn't make it go away either.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Use rations. Cook anything aside from nothing. Scoop.
I should never have come to the Stolen Lands. No, not like this. I shouldn't have stayed. But now, it's too late to leave. Time to search for the spot to rest.
They get tired too easy. Screw it. We're already there.
We should gather our strength.
How may I serve you, your grace?
Alright, tell me
It
about
was
the
merely
vision.
a trick of some wicked fae from the first world. Christian told me already, your grace, looking like a beaten puppy all the while. I cannot say that this late confession brought me much solace. Damn it all! So what if Erastil didn't leave me here? I didn't do all this traveling for naught. And yes, I forgave Christian, have no doubt of that. Last thing I need is to bear a grudge against that dunce.
Alright. Well, with all that out the way, having everything else. So that. Oh. I'm pretty sure I had some plus weapon that I didn't need. It wasn't the second execution. Oh, yeah, here it is. The +3 Augurish. Not even sure why people would use this. A D8 two-handed weapon. Like, is there something about it that it's not telling me? It's supposed to make it a good buy? Alright. We'll fall that out the way. Fill with the veterans. Some customs. Okay, all that aside, I need to get the research for Armag's tomb out the way. Find mention of Armag's tomb. Oh, right. Buy 200 build points. Now find something about Armag's Tomb. Dwarven knowledge. Everyone's busy for some reason. Oh right, the circus. I already know that ends in failure anyway, so screw it. Alright, get to work. Oh, right, I need to buy more build points. Okay, buy another 200. Okay. Oh wait, no, I don't think I have enough for it. Oh wait. Yes I do. Okay. Get started. Alright, with all these out the way, it'll take 45 days. Grand. Now what do I do in time? Oh, you know what? First I'll save. It takes 45 days, so I guess I'll do the leveling up the kingdom anyway. Advisor, put Tristian back on the job. Rank up. Let's see here. Yeah, sure. Get to it. Symbol militia and Varnholt. Right. Let's see, killing scouts failed. Young forest. Right. Successful to Varnholt militia. Alright. Anything else? Defenders of the land. Don't need to do anything with that. Alright. Counselor awaits in the front room. Right. Rats everywhere. Before anything else, who am I gonna level up next? Valerie. Alright. So before anything else, let's see if I can assign someone else other than her to it. Alright. Oh wait, you know what? No. Advisors. Magangar, you're fired. Compared to Miri and Ragan, if I have to compare the two, Miri's better. Assigned, Kellett Scouts, can't assign either right now. Rats, have Jubilos deal with it. He almost never fails. Combat Priest, Jod, get to work. Black Ravine, Tristian, get to work. Rest in peace. Can't do any of them. Alright. Go back. Let's see. What do you want? Alright. Well, this is new, so I'll read it off. Kaizen. The situation has become rather fraught. A group of mercenaries arrived in our lands to seek a better future. They've banded together for safety. Some have been hired by our merchants as bodyguards. Alas, their manners are low, and the locals are prejudiced against them. They fight more and more often. The peasants want us to banish the mercenaries from the city. The merchants expect us to protect them, regardless of the peasants' complaints. If you ask me, we mustn't surrender to hatred. This matter should be resolved peacefully. Draw from the Treasury to finance more guards. They'll put an end to these clashes. Nothing's going to change if we simply choose sides. We must mediate, though this takes money and a will for peace. Okay. Alright, fine. Finance more guards from the Treasury. Make sure the merchants' guards don't fight with the common people. Alright. Whatever money we spend on new guards, it will be worth it, if it prevents any more blood from being spilled. Economy +2, stability +2, lost 100 build points. That's fine. Anybody else? Nope. Alright, let's get back to it. Right. Let's see. I'm still waiting for the hints for Armag's tomb, the research, and the dwarven knowledge to be found, which takes another 31 days. So that's the main one I'm trying to kill time with until it finally gets complete. It's amusing how they say money, but actually mean build points. Triumph with free thinkers. Good job, Amiri. Bonus to community, military, and stability. Disaster with the combat priests. The officers were demanding that the priests follow all army regulations. The priests noted irreconcilable differences and quit the army. Their gods were deeply offended at this disrespect. Rats everywhere. The treasurer contacted some famous parasite exterminators from the Five Kings Mountains. The team of dwarves easily cleaned the catacombs out completely, including a whole nest of were-rats. Community, loyalty, economy all +1, and then relations and stability +2. But you lost. It's everything done right. And, I mean, build points are literally anything that costs money. Oh shit, I'm at negative 300 build points. How'd that happen? Agreement was signed. Let's see. Mike's tomb. Our scouts report that most of the barbarian parties focused their search around the central part of Glenabon, west of the East Selland River Bend. Perhaps we should explore these lands as well. Military and stability and espionage all +2. How am I at negative? That's really bad. I don't know how that happened, but let's get that up a little. Can I just buy it? 400? Yeah. All right. Cool. Rank up. Is there anything that can be done? Curator's busy. Warden's not busy. Why is it saying I can't assign him? High Priest. He's also not busy. Magister's not busy. Counselor. Counselor is busy. Right, let's see. We'll have Keston work. So that means anybody but Keston work on something else. Brazen thieves. The treasury has been robbed. Oh, that's what it was. Thieves broke into the treasury at night and carried many valuables. This brazen crime cannot go unpunished. It's not just the treasury's reputation on the line, but the reputation of the whole barony. Yeah, we'll deal with that. You know what? Hold on. Not just deal with it, but make sure you cannot fail. Protect the weak, traveling hero, paladin, Noviomide. Sure, get to that. And hopefully he doesn't screw up with a 75 bonus. Extortionist Guards. The citizens of the region are angry. The local guard demands protection money and promises trouble to anyone who doesn't pay. Yeah, no. They're both busy. Kill it scouts. They're both busy to deal with them. Alright. That's a bit much. Just rank up. Support their endeavors. Jarmag's tomb. Okay. Something else was done right. Going up. Rest in peace. Nobody could do it. Nobody could do that either. Alright, at least Tristan did this. The militia, let's see. The militia assembled by the counselor reached the ravine and found black candle ends and a burner filled with incense. After destroying all traces of the dark ritual, militiamen left the ominous place. Loyalty +7, Divine Arcane -2. Oh well. Triumph by Jubilos. The treasurer offered to generously reward anyone who turned in the thieves. Informers found the sum tempting, and the thieves were quickly caught. Economy +3 and 450 build points. The failure to deal with the Extortionist Guards. To form locals into a proper militia. They did take up arms, and these former herds and craftsmen began killing their assailants. -1 to loyalty, military stability, and -2 to economy. Grand. Protector of the weak. The high priest personally met with the paladin, and after listening to him, declared him a hero favored by the gods. Throughout the narrow marches, this paladin remains honored as a sacred protector and the personal messenger of Iomade. Military stability +2, divine +7. So really balancing out what we lost from the failures. Let's see, find mention of Armag's tomb. Alright. Divine. Join. While studying some manuscripts from the library, our specialists found some useful pieces of lore. They suspect that the tomb is located somewhere in central Glenabon, to the south of Flint Rock Grassland. Plus reading Divine, Arcane, and Culture. Alright. General request an audience. Like livestock. The Truth of the Blade. And Kellett Scouts again. Probably never going to finish that. Alright, is there anything else that I didn't do? The Dwarven Knowledge, but that's only 3 days away from being complete. I'll deal with the other two. Like livestock. A group of traveling slave traders is looking for human commodities to sell in Cheliax. They're offering a good price for any criminals and other prisoners. They're clearly willing to take risks if they're willing to travel so deeply in the river kingdoms where slavery is forbidden. People will be outraged if they find out that their government supports the slave trade, but need not ever learn about this deal. Lindsay. 20% chance. Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay. I guess we'll have Jubilos deal with this. Truth of the Blade. A famous local priest of Caden is urging our subjects to settle their disputes through duels rather. Alright, yeah. Both. No, Lindsay's got a better shot at this, so we'll have her do it. Whether she succeeds or not, we'll find out later. Now, what does the general want? And Mary looks annoyed. So, Chief, it's about our soldiers. The pups are brewing magic potions of strength and bravery. It leaves no fear or doubt in their heads, just fury like the howling wind. I mean, back in our tribe we used it some, but mostly it's for lazy bones and weaklings. A real fighter like me doesn't need that stuff. I wish there was more like me in your army. I would let them do what they want, and the potions do make them look like real soldiers, but I decided to ask you what you want. Yeah, still, just like I told Ragongar, we must immediately prohibit this homemade booze among our soldiers and arrest any who brew it. We need fighters, not drunken murderers. And Mary looks at you ironically. You Southerners have strange ways, you know. I don't know whether you're their chief or their nanny, Kaizen. Are they adults with weapons and deadly skills, or naughty children you tell little rules? I still don't understand your ways here in the South, but I'll do what you told me to. Military +3, Arcane -2, Stability +3. Yeah. Wait, I'm not gonna disagree all the time, but like, come on. Oh yeah, dragon. Let's see, I gave the mayhem weapon. Thanks for your gift. He says he's working on an onslaught, but he's yet to actually do it. Then this guy, the golden thread item, I remember that. Yeah. Thanks. Tells me about Morhalan. Drugs are bad, kids. Don't do them. Yeah. It's like you have to go around and tell everybody, don't do drugs. Just stop. Shouldn't it be the curator's job to like build the culture to encourage the like a natural, you know, disdain for drug use to try to cheat workouts? Thanks. Oh yeah, personal. Honest. Man, how fucked up would the kingdom look like if I actually was trying to rule like a chaotic evil psychopath? Alright. Would be the curator's job, yeah. Yeah, okay. Military +1. Alright. Still needs 3 days, and then let's get somebody on to the hunt for Morhalan. We'll go for him with stability. There. Kellid scouts and Miri get to work. I could support one of these ideas, but like I'm too close to, like I've wasted enough time already. Actually, I don't even want to save there. We'll save here. I'm gonna skip 3 days, find what we can, and then head on out with J-Fall. Alright, lost dwarven knowledge. We found a unique dwarven engineering treatise that should help greatly in the restoration of dwarven buildings. What the hell? So that wasn't supposed to help me with Armag? God damn it. Wasted 3 days for nothing. Good neighbors. Rumor has it that conflicts between members of different races have intensified in the region. More and more complaints have been received, but the local guards deny everything. The situation demands action before it becomes violent. Okay. Curator. Sure, deal with this problem. Give us some culture. Alright. Let's get a move on. Twice-born Baron. We learned. Yeah. Let's see if we can find the tomb now. Right. Actually, I'm gonna keep Will of the Disciple. Did I still have the... Interesting, you still have the Crimson. Yeah, he still has it. Only thing to worry about is give him the robes. True Master. There. I think that's everything. I'm not taking Tristan with me this time. Or should I? Yeah, I should. Everyone else can stay. And let's go. Wait. Oh crap, that's right. No. There's also dealing with Amiri's barbarian tribe. I didn't do that yet either. I rushed straight back to the capital. Let's see. I'll kick Khalik out. Should I kick out someone else? Nah. Nah, I should kick out Khalik and Kanara. see. Perception 18. Maybe I should keep her in. Yeah. What is Amiri's perception? 15. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. And his is also 15. Level up. $16, $17. Right. Right. Yeah, we'll leave. This will be the party. Well, this loading screen's taking a while. Finally. Right. You'll take a long rest as soon as we start traveling. Right. Let's go. Okay, fine.
Why don't we set up camp?
Alright.
How do you keep all this in your heart? How could you be so cruel?
Cruel? Don't confuse me with monsters and maniacs, girl. I don't enjoy the suffering of others. I don't maim and kill for fun. I just know what I want, and I don't care about the rest.
Why don't we set up camp?
Peaceful travelers. Sure. It's Skeleton Man.
Should gather our strength.
Alright, let's see. And he's got something new. Alright. Let's see what we got. An axiomatic flaming falchion. Axiomatic flaming short sword. Okay. Orc double axe. Flaming club. Hammer. Two-bladed sword. A frost holy two-bladed sword. Huh. Sounds kind of cool, really. It's a... Oh, wait, hold on. It's a two-handed D8 weapon. God damn it. Why? Is it like the Flaming Agrash all over again? Greater... What's the function of that? Let's see. +2. Oh, it's 2d6 instead of 1d6 acid. Alright. Shock and necrotic. Okay. Some of these weapons sound pretty cool. Let's see. Greater shock. Spell bleed. Speed bleed spear. What does that do? Alright, so haste. D6 bleed. Remember, it's a double weapon, so that is twice 1d8. Oh! So it counts... Wait, does it use like two weapon fighting feats, or is it like the benefit of two weapon fighting without having to take the feats? Oh, that's way better. Getting that. Let's see. Tower shield of elemental protection. A +2 tower shield for electricity and cold. It uses two weapon fighting feat. Huh. Let's see. So it uses two weapon fighting. It would use power attack or the piranha strike. No, I could... Wait, is it a finesse weapon? It is not a finesse weapon. Okay, so it would be power attack. That's still really good. I want to impulse buy it just because of how cool that sounds. Holy frost weapon. Let's see. Among items I know I should probably get this tower shield here for Valerie. Since I already have an elemental shield that gives +10 fire resistance. Actually, hold on. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this tower shield's probably the best choice for me here. Robe of Transmutation. +2 DC of all transmutation school spells of the wearer. It also gives a +2 bonus on saving throws against spells of evocation school. I know I should get that, and for who? Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of items I should get here that would just be helpful. +6 robe, no. Chain Shirt of Life. Saving throws against spells with Death descriptor. Nah. +30 fire resistance sounds great, but meh. All right. That I'll get it just for the fucking hell of it. All right, let's go. I do have to check something for Let's see. Bonus to reflex saves. There's supposed to be some kind of shield ability. Ignored penalties. Shield bonus. Punch attacks. Okay, total cover. Can't be flanked. Armor training. Tower shield training. Power attack. These are feats. I thought there was one that gave her like a pseudo type of evasion ability. I guess I was wrong. Oh wait, no, never mind. Here it is. She does get that, but that's far into the future. So until then, I'm gonna give her the ring of evasion. Let's see, Fred +4 bonus to charisma. She can wear the hat. Let's see. She has an axe for every occasion. So for undead, she's going to use the second execution. For any lawful creatures, use mayhem. Yeah. And then for any giants, use harbinger. Let's see, this is a +2. I'll give her the shield of elemental protection. She can swap out shields based on what she's fighting. Just have that there just in case. Frost Holy Blade. I'm probably gonna respec just so I can use this. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. And then I've got a robe that I'm gonna give to Octavia. That makes me that double blade though. Think of what kind of build I would go for with that.
Why don't we set up camp?
Let's see. We'll keep going until at least Queen Valerie's tired. She's probably not going to get tired. Oh wait, no, she is. Never mind. Let's rest before they get exhausted.
I heard that in a faraway tribe, people entertain themselves by throwing huge logs. Whoever throws it the farthest is the strongest.
Throwing logs. Ha! What weaklings. The mammoth lords lift mammoths. I used to lift 2 at once.
Alright, here we are. It's supposed to be somewhere around here. I think they said it was somewhere to... Oh, there it is. Well, that was quick. Alright, let's do this. see, currently... Right. This time we'll actually stop Armag. But considering how late it is today, we are going to stop for now and get started on that. That's going to be what we do tomorrow. Front Armag. Save. Alright. So we are going to take out Armag tomorrow. Until then, thanks everybody who stopped by. Extortionist, always great to have your input. And until then, everybody, take care.